Welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week session. I'm James Nave.
I'm Allegra Houston.
And every Saturday, we gather with a group of writers and generate a piece of writing in 10 minutes, and we do it within a time frame of an hour. Today, it won't take you an hour to generate the 10-minute piece of writing. We'll show you how to do it, and we're going to do that now.
So the way we do it is we choose an image in advance, and we offer that image to the group. We put it up on the screen. Because we're doing this on Zoom every Saturday. And we ask everybody, including ourselves, to write a list of words or very short phrases. Whatever pops into your head as you look at this image, write it down in a list. So it's just a list. It's not joined up writing. And the words and phrases don't have to have anything to do with the image at all. They don't have to have anything to do with one another. Just whatever randomly pops into your head, write it down in a list, and we will time you for 2 minutes.
And we'll start that time now. So now you have your personal list, and what we'd like to do is to share our community list with you. On the calls on Saturday, we go around the room and ask each person to give us a word or a phrase, and we put that together, and that's what we call our community list. So Allegra is now going to read the community list we collected, so you will have your personal list along with our list. So Allegra is going to read it now.
It's nice because it functions as a kind of collective imagination. Chutes and ladders, torn, corn, perspective, inspiration, walking to the edge, overwhelmed by nature, fall from grace, worker's dilemma, traveling adventures, horizontal climb, scramble bramble, orange and natural, time, pine, get the ladders, wrong way down, hard scrabble, paint by ladders, trees speak purple, flatlining, painters gone rogue.
So now that's our community list. A little funny thing I want to tell you right now. When Allegra started to read the list, she said, she spoke the first image on the list, chutes and ladders. And I looked over at my list and I had written down, shoot some ladders. So you hear these things in different ways. And often when someone says one thing on our call and somebody else hears something, like instead of chutes and ladders, I wrote shoot some ladders. Both are perfectly fine, because we're asking you to swirl around in your imaginative psychology, your imaginative mind, and see what happens. And that's what we're going to do now.
So that's also how torn and corn both got onto the
That's
list
right.
because
That's true.
the person said torn and a couple of us heard corn and they're like, okay, I'll take that too. And time and pine, the same thing. She said time, I think, but a number of us took pine as well. So sure, why not? So now is the time that we write for 10 minutes and hang out in that same sensibility, the sensibility where time could be pine and torn could be corn.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what happens if you follow those kind of funny little threads that your imagination creates. So the goal here is not to try and write something good because you're only writing for 10 minutes. And so the idea of good is kind of a bit silly, really. It's your 10 minutes to explore and experiment and let your imagination take the lead. Go with corn instead of torn and see where that takes you. You can use as many or as few of the words from both of the lists as you like. So it's a little bit like refrigerator poetry, but not completely because you can go anywhere you want. You don't even have to use any of the words at all if you don't want to, or just take one as a starting point.
So you have 10 minutes to do it. Just let your imagination surprise you, and your 10 minutes begins right now. So now you have a piece of writing that didn't exist 10 minutes ago. On our calls on Saturday, we ask everyone to read the work aloud. We offer them that opportunity, and we all go into different Zoom rooms and everybody reads, and we all enjoy what people have to say. What we'd like to ask you to do now is to put us on pause. And when you do, just read your work aloud and hear how, when you're reading aloud, you'll come up with phrasing and some phrasing that you might not have thought of. You might revise a little bit. So reading aloud is a way to get the word out, also a way to assist in the revision that comes later.
And also a way to retrain your inner critic into an ally that supports you. Because when you read aloud, even to an empty room, it's not an empty room, you're in it.
That's true.
And you are your most important audience. And when you read aloud something that you like, you get a little hit of dopamine through your system. And that pushes you towards what you like in your writing. Whereas when you read silently on the page, you tend to be in a much more critical, judging frame of mind. So your inner critic is on the negative side and is not supporting you in the way that happens when you train it by reading your work aloud. So put us on pause now and do that.
So before we go any further, we'd like to credit Susie Shipman for the image. Susie is on our calls very, very often. She's a visual artist as well as a writer, and she sometimes will send a photograph or an image to us. So she sent this one. The ladder's on their side. So we appreciate Susie's offering.
We appreciate many of Susie's offerings, actually. She's a visual artist and a writer. And when she first came on our calls some years ago, she introduced herself by saying, "I'm not a writer." And she doesn't say that anymore.
No,
she's really discovered, as she said today, she's discovered a way of writing that is very powerful, very uniquely hers, very recognizable, and something that, you know, we look forward to hearing her read out every week.
And if you'd like to share your work with us so we get a sense of what you've just done, you can go to our Imaginative Storm. Say that 3 times. Imaginative Storm Circle community, and you can post your work. So Allegra is now going to give you a sense of how you can do that.
So here is how you get to the circle. You go to imaginativestorm.com, scroll over to community, the Imaginative Storm community, inspiration and momentum. Imaginative Storm on Circle. Click on that. It'll take you further down the page. And then click here to go to the circle. It'll look a little different to you when you get there because you aren't signed in yet, but you make a username and password. It's free. And then you will get something like this. You go over here to Prompt of the Week. And here you will find all the prompts of the week that we have done for over 4 years now. That is a lot of weeks. And I will show you last week's as an example. So when you click on it, you will see the image that we used and the word list from Saturday and then from Thursday, and then what people wrote and commented on other people's writing. And then for you, you just go down to the bottom here. You'll have this thing saying, "What are your thoughts?" And you just type right in there whatever it is that you wrote, and then click post.
So if you enjoyed what you did just now, we invite you to join us on our Saturday calls, also on our Thursday Zoom calls. They're always free. You can drop in and engage with us however you please. And if you go to imaginativestorm.com, you'll find all the information you need in order to join us for the free calls. Also, lots of other resources to help you in your writing work.
We have the book of Write What You Don't Know and other books for writers as well. Write What You Don't Know is also available as an audio course and an online video course. And we also do workshops online and in person. You will find all of that information at imaginativestorm.com. And we hope that you will join us in person on Zoom one of these Saturdays or Thursdays. It's Saturday, noon Eastern time, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time.
So thanks so much for participating, and come back sometime soon.
Thank you.